Breaking news, according to Steve Gilbert of MLB.com, the Diamondbacks are close to bringing back starting pitcher Zac Gallen. Nick Picoro of the Arizona Republic confirms this and states that the deal is a one-year contract that is still pending a physical. Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic reports that the deal is for $22.025 million. This is the exact value of the qualifying offer in 2025 that Zac Gallen rejected. Ken Rosenthal follows up his own report by saying that the contract is $14 million in deferred money. John Gambadoro, Arizona sports radio host, confirms that the deal is a one-year agreement. He also states that there are no options and no incentives in the contract. John Heyman of the New York Post notes that Gallen had multiple multi-year offers but wanted to remain in Arizona. John Gambadoro gives some contract details. Gallen will receive 1/3 of the money on his contract now, and the remaining 2/3 will be paid out over 5 years, starting in 6 years. John Gambadoro states that the present-day value of Zac Gallen's contract will come in at $12 to $13 million for competitive balance tax purposes. Ken Rosenthal adds that the net present value of Gallen's contract is about $18.7 million for luxury tax purposes. Now let me read you some 2025 stats on the pitcher the Diamondbacks brought back in Zac Gallen. In 2025, Zac Gallen had a 1.1 WAR, 13 wins, 15 losses, a 4.83 ERA. He started 33 games, pitched 192 innings, struck out 175 batters, and had a whip of 1.260. Now for my thoughts on the deal. Overall, I like the signing for the Diamondbacks. Zac Gallen rejected the qualifying offer, tested the market, and ultimately came back to Arizona, which suggests that his market wasn't quite as strong as some expected. That said, I do think the D-backs may have slightly overpaid. If they were comfortable extending the qualifying offer in the first place, they clearly valued him at that number. I just get the sense that Gallen didn't have a ton of major offers out there, and that Arizona might have been able to bring him back on a few million less. 2025 was a down year for Zac Gallen, so there is definitely some risks there, but maybe he bounces back in 2026. At least that's what the Diamondbacks are banking on. But when you zoom out, I'm not sure that the Diamondbacks did do enough to truly solidify their rotation. Bringing back Zac Gallen and Merrill Kelly was solid, but that's pretty much it. At the end of the day, though, bringing back Zac Gallen did make the Diamondbacks better for the short term. Now let me grade the signing. From the Diamondbacks' perspective, it's a solid pickup. Nothing super flashy, but it's an underrated acquisition. Obviously, this signing does make the Diamondbacks better, but I do think they should have looked elsewhere to add to their rotation. Specifically, an arm that could start at the front of the line during the playoffs. I'll give them a C+ for this signing. Since I already graded the signing from the Diamondbacks' perspective, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to look at it from Zac Gallen's view. Now, if I'm Zac Gallen, I'm pretty happy going back to the Diamondbacks. No, Zac Gallen did not get the perfect offer he wanted, but apparently he likes Arizona very much. He also got the same amount of money that he declined initially in the qualifying offer. The only downside is that he'll be going back to the free agent pool a year older, and he'll have to gamble that a team would extend a multi-year offer to a 31-year-old pitcher. If I'm Zac Gallen, though, I'm pretty happy going back to the D-backs. A B+ seems pretty fair. Now let me finish up with some quick thoughts on the signing. Yes, I do think the Diamondbacks should have paid less for Zac Gallen, and yes, I do think the Diamondbacks should have targeted a top-tier pitcher instead, but I do still think that this makes them better for the 2026 season. They bulked up their rotation, added a durable arm, and a veteran presence on the mound. Is it a perfect, risk-free move? No, of course not. Not even acquiring Shohei Ohtani is a perfect risk-free move. But is it one that improves their roster? Absolutely. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button underneath this video. I'm Joshua Crum of YoungInsider.com, and thanks for watching.